Another month, another monthly review. Welcome. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'm doing a thing where I want to share your cars on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you check it out. I've also been active on Twitter. We're making a bit of go of this. I've gotten a lot of advice recently and trying to make sure that I can get the channel to where I need it to be to make my life where I want it to be, quite frankly. Today's episode brought to you by OCD, Ontario Car Detailing. Good friend of mine, always there when I need him. His detailing and everything is absolutely amazing, and at some point I will get him to clean and detail my car so it looks, quite frankly, better than it did on day one, but plus 100,000 kilometers and all of my shenanigans is what it is. For those of you who have been following me on Instagram, you know that this tree here and these bad boys across the street have been causing me some absolute savagery bird problems. They have been crapping all over the car. It's just been insanity. Absolutely awful. Car's running good. I do have a warped brake rotor, so when I hit the brakes between, I want to say 25 and 40% brake, I do get a bit of a shimmy in the wheel, which is kind of crappy, but as long as I lay into it, it kind of smoothens out. The brakes work good. They just shimmy, so I'll probably end up having to do set of front brakes. As you can tell, the bird crap is just unbelievable. I am parking it on the street though because I can't get it in the driveway. For those of you that have followed, I did get it in once, but it was 5 minutes and a spotter and whole ordeal. We have since torn it all up, so I am going to tomorrow probably make another video of it, see if I can get it in. If I can get it in somewhat easily without too many complications, we're going to put the car back together. The MBRP exhaust is sitting on the wall in the garage. We'll get to that in a second. I want to share a little bit in there. But because I took the hitch off, because I don't have quite the access to the trailer, and I have to plan things a little bit differently, as you can tell, the trunk is just a disaster. I need to sort out some storage options in here, and I think I have it figured out, which we will talk about in a moment once I get to the other part. The big issue is I have no power. Like, the closest outlet for me to vacuum my car and do everything is over 100 feet away, so I don't really have access to vacuums or water or anything. The interior of the car is fairly clean but dirty. It's just surface dirt. I haven't cleaned the interior in over 6 months, which is awful because it's been used, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Car's at almost 98,000 kilometers. I was hoping to do my 100,000 kilometer video, but because we've been in lockdown, I've had strep throat for the last couple of weeks. It's been awful. I haven't really gone anywhere, and I haven't really done anything. I have been somewhat following the stay-at-home order and just relaxing. So let's discuss a few things in the garage before we wrap this up. Welcome to where the land of dreams are made. My bike sits out here occasionally when I'm not working on stuff and getting it all dusty. That thing's been getting ridden every freaking day, which has been amazing. But what I want to talk to you about is the packout. As you can tell, I have a little bit of a packout collection. This is Dave's. This is mine. So for a lot of the work I've been doing and a lot of the jobs I've been doing, I need to take some of my basic tools, my screw guns, bit sets, and all that. And this is the packout crate. It's got the cleats on the bottom that it will actually click to things and hold itself in place. You can buy through Milwaukee like $50 a piece, or you can buy aftermarket where they 3D print like a grid and it clicks in, and I could attach it to the wood that's on the back half of the trunk carpet stuff. The holes would be pretty minimal, but I'd be able to take a few of my packouts and set them in on either side and actually click them in, so my tools wouldn't float around. Just further trying to utilize the system that I've already been investing in, because organization is everything. And this is what I've been working on, is trying to just keep everything having its own nice little home. Screws, tape. When I hit a job site, I know where all my stuff is, all my hand tools, screwdrivers. I don't need 1,000 screwdrivers. I need a dozen good ones. So the goal has been to get the dozen good ones in the pack out, and the crate is usually empty, but things like the air compressor, hand tools, jigsaw, palm sander, all that kind of stuff gets set inside there, caulking guns, that kind of stuff. And then that will get carried or wheeled to the job site depending on what I'm doing, and then depending on how many days I'm there, and how I clean up, etc., etc., etc. But this is also the first month that we actually have the garage organized. every single aspect of it has been organized. We've been collecting some more industrial sized tools so we can do actual milling and lumbering, which I haven't done a ton of since I was like 17 in high school when they taught me to do it. And BRP exhaust is waiting. My intake's sitting in the house so it doesn't get super dusty. But everything is coming together. The shop was a lot of work. Having to build benches and all that. And thank God I did it back in December before lumber prices skyrocketed, because these would be 2 or 3 times the price to do now. But the garage is coming together to the point that it works, and I can get even more cool stuff done. And the plan is just to get more cool stuff done. If I have to take the trunk liner out, trace it on a piece of wood, and build an exact replica in wood to go in the back, I mean, I do it. It's not an issue. I have a garage now. I have access to space, and we can get some cool stuff done. So we're going to wrap it up there. I think Dave needs some help or a adequate supervisor. I did take the 40-hour training course on substituting spare tires and or changing tires. So I will call it a day there. Until next time, drive safe, take care, and behave, as always.